up, Woody Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans. They get today's manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, Chapter 22, aka Chapter 102. But before I get into this live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because of course this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, and we ain't sponsored by Shueisha, and we ain't sponsored by Manga Plus, and we ain't sponsored by Viz. And considering how much we promote Manga Plus on this channel, it's kind of surprising, right? But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable little puppy kitty, who's somewhere around here, hopefully being a good kitty, and this operation, well, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon, where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Dragon Ball Daima, which we covered in both the sub and the dub. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 patron, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there's a stacked spring anime season in full swing, in which we're covering Witch Watch, Vigilante, Boku no Hero Academia Legals, and Fire Force Season 3, and there's even more on the way. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So, well, first off, I gotta get into this color page here, because yeah, the background looks fucking sick, per usual. It looks sick, but what the hell's going on with Boruto here? Ikamoto, what the hell is this, man? First of all, he is stiffer than a motherfucker. The shirt is ass. I hate this shirt. I hate this shirt with this. I really do. And Boruto just not serving it. This belt, yeah, you can make the argument that it goes with the hilt of the sword, so I guess. But the pants, it needs more chains. And it's not because I love chains. I'm putting that aside. And this jacket, I don't think it's Sarda's jacket. What the fuck? Like, it's clashing. It's driving me crazy. But then there's this that's on the color, supposed to be on the color page. It's reckless determination, or, you know, resignation to one's fate clears a path of hope. Is this reckless? Is this horrible fashion? Or like, why Boruto's just not serving it this month on this color? Or like, is this just a resignation of his fate, of the fate to looking like shit this month? Like, going to clear a path of hope? I don't know, but let's get into this chapter and find out. And this chapter is titled Jura. Let's see. Thanks to Sarada's awakening, Ryu is remarkably crushed. That was so fucking sick. However, a monster targeting Boruto appears. Yeah. Araya, I'll deal with the claw grimes. You hurry and take down the thorn bulb. You hurry and take the thorn bulb to Shinki. Mitsuki. Ooh, this is sick. Jura! Yeah! What? Hey, is that? Yeah, dude, Jura looks so fucking sick. I'm gonna be nitpicky here, okay? Let's be real here. Would have made this even better is if there was some aura in the background behind Jura as he was coming out of the Frieza race. That would have been so fucking sick. Hey, is that? Yep, he matches the description of the divine... I forgot I'm dealing with a Viz today. Oh, I fucking hate Viz's localization. Viz, I fucking hate you. Why can't you just call it a Shinju? I don't understand. You just call it a Shinju. The rest of the fandom calls it a Shinju? Why can't you fucking do it? I don't understand. I don't understand these publishers sometimes. I don't fucking get it. Anyways. He matches the description of the Shinju's boss, Jura. Yeah. Ooh. What is he doing? He didn't come to grab Ryu's Stormbolt? Nope. Whoa, you cut down that, wait, that Shinju instantly. Matsuri was pretty beat up already. Yeah, Boruto, I forgot Boruto did that last chapter. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been this easy. It's forming Matsuri's Stormbolt. What? Wait, what is that? A miniature Bijou bomb sniper shot. It's Jura, he's here. Yep, it missed. A pity. Where's he going? Toward Master Konomaru. Uh-oh. A Thornbulb. Boruto, this will restore Mogi from her normal state, right? Master, there's no time. Please listen. Get out of here with that bulb right now. Take Sarada and the others and head to where you first met up with the Sand Shinobi. What? Wait there for further instruction. Go! You heard me move! Go! What the fuck are you still doing there? Just get the fuck out of there! Moron, go! Dude, Jura looks so sick. Gah! Ooh! Boruto had to save your ass. Yeah! Get Boruto! Rasengan! Yes, let's go, let's go, let's go! Okay, Komodo, I see you. The movement is looking a lot better. Is it as fluid as I want it? No, it should be a lot more fluid. And yes, I will compare this to Kishimoto for a second, okay? Because if you look at like Naruto with Kishimoto's combat art, and just Kishimoto's art in general, it's very effortless. It's light. It's fluid. And that's the one thing that bothers me about Boruto's art, is that it's not light, especially in terms of combat art. It's not light. It's not effortless. It's very stiff and heavy, and it drives me nuts. And I wish that Ikemoto would just incorporate that effortlessness, that light and effortlessness and that fluidity here. Like if Ikemoto incorporated that part of Kishimoto's art style into Boruto, Boruto would be perfection if that was incorporated into this art. I just don't understand why we can't get this, because the fashion, the fashion's the best part of Boruto for me. The fashion and the writing are the best part. I got no issues with that. It's just this goddamn art is just so heavy and stiff. It drives me fucking nuts. It's the same thing with Boruto suffers the same thing as like Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super, the combat and sometimes the character models. The character models here of Boruto are not as bad as like with Dragon Ball Super at times. Where Toyotaro, the combat, I would say the combat art in Dragon Ball Super is not as heavy and stiff as it is here, but it doesn't have that same light and fluidity and effortlessness that Toriyama did in Dragon Ball manga. But Toyotaro is actually getting better in Dragon Ball Super. Here, it's just like, come on, Ikemoto, seriously, give me that effortlessness. Just give me some fluidity, something. This is just so stiff. Like, just need something, man. Come on, you're killing me. And no, I'm gonna, you know what? I'll play devil's advocate here. This ain't Togen Anki stiff. Oh, nothing is Togen Anki. And speaking of, the scan leaders need to hurry up and frickin' catch up with, finish catching up with the Togen Anki manga. Oh my god, I really want to finish catching up with it. To be fair, Togen Anki is getting better, but I swear, it's baby steps with that goddamn manga. But still, it's like that, nothing is stiffer than that. Ooh, okay. We're getting somewhere here. But you see, what page is this? Let me give you a good example of what I mean. So like on page 21, for example, when you see the top part, when you, or hell, even like the bottom part of page 20 going into page 21, when you see Boruto and Jura land, Boruto's knee should be bent just a little bit more. And then on the top, you know, the torso, shoulders, it should be bent just a little bit more. He should be leaning forward just a little bit more. That's what I mean by it being very stiff. The flying Raijin, impressive translocation. It's a bad habit, but fighting a strong opponent like you makes my heart dance with joy. God, Boruto, you look stiff. I feel bad for you. I do. It seems Boruto is holding his own quite nicely. He really has no chance. He really has no chance against Jura? That's right. There's no way he can win. No shit. Not with the current sequence of events. And Boruto himself has got to be well aware of that fact. I really wish Kashin Koji was leaning forward just a teeny bit more, but at least his neck isn't straight up if he's leaning forward. But anyway, then he's in a pinch. He needs to teleport away, but he can't even if he wants to. Huh? Long-distance flying Raijin is tricky. Boruto's teleportation depends on him sensing chakra-marked objects, and they're harder to detect the farther away they are. Even more so while facing a superior opponent who's out to get him. And that's not all. If Boruto fled right now, he'd put the others in danger. Plus, Jura would retrieve Matsuri's and Ryo's thorn bulbs. So Boruto is thinking that he needs to keep Jura engaged until Konomaru, Sarada, and the others can get somewhere safe. You mean Boruto's done for without a doubt? Well, we're going to see how he defies that future. Either one or two things is going to happen here. So Boruto is going to defy the future, or, because remember, Boruto still has Momoshiki inside of him, right? And he's kept Momoshiki sealed. And remember, the moment that Boruto is on the verge of death, Momoshiki is going to come out to play. So, yeah, I don't know if Kashin Koji is considering that, or if he's taking that into account. But maybe he is. And he's talking about like the death of Boruto and like Kashin Koji or Momoshiki coming out. Because I just don't see it. I just don't see a future where Boruto is dead, or where both Boruto and Momoshiki are dead. Like if Boruto is basically dead, and Momoshiki fully takes over, that I could possibly see. But Boruto being dead, and Momoshiki being dead, I don't know. If you're talking about both of them being dead and fed to the Ten Tails and stuff like that, okay, I could see that. If that's what if Kashin Koji is talking about, that would make sense. But other than that, and I don't know, Momoshiki's really powerful. But I think if I remember correctly, Momoshiki said he wouldn't be able to. I don't know if Momoshiki would be able to defeat Jura or not. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think, especially since Momoshiki, keep in mind, Momoshiki he's been sealed, so he's been biding his time and building up all that power. So he's got to be even more powerful than he was 7 years ago. So oh God, how many years ago was this? Like 4? No, it was 6 or whatever. How many ever in pre-time skip? There we go. Let's just go with that. Pre-time skip. So that's why I'm like, huh? Or I think it was 4 years. It was 4 years ago. There was the 4-year time skip. Yeah. Okay. Now I remember. It took me a second. I was like, wait. Yeah, 4 years ago. You just got to keep that in mind as well. So I just got to wonder. Got to wonder how much power he has now. But anyways. I believe you know this already, Otsutsuki Boruto, but I have come here to kill you, because starting with the thorn bulbs for whatever reason, you seem to know way too much about Shinju. Well, no shit! Like, even if Kashin Koji didn't tell him about the Shinju, Momoshiki would probably have told him about it anyway, if he didn't manage to seal him, but still. How you happen to be so knowledgeable about us, given our recent emergence, is a huge question to me. Is your intel source the accomplice who is aiding you? Actually, you know what? I'm very curious, though, about that. Do you guys think that Momoshiki would know about the Shinju? I kind of think, like, you gotta think he would. Right? You don't intend to answer? Very well. Why would he answer you? Fuck off. He's got to have taken some damage from the Rasengan, but I can't read him at all. I guess to take him down, I'll need to use it was a Hiko. I don't even know if that's enough. Well then, Otsutsuki Boruto, this next question is out of pure curiosity. Oh my fucking god. What is love? Oh my god. What is he gonna say? Is he gonna say, baby, don't hurt me, like, now, too? I swear to God, there better be a fan edit with Jura saying this. Or with this song, I swear. My current opinion is that it is a concept that can be a fatal weakness for you humans, a flaw that is a side effect of being highly intelligent. No, you're wrong about that. No, love is actually, love is what makes us human, first of all. And the other thing is, love actually makes us stronger, because it gives us something to fight. Like, when you have something to fight for, it makes you stronger. So he's fucking stupid for that. Take you, for example. I suspect you know how minuscule your chance of winning against me is, and yet you still came here to save your friends. In other words, love has lured you here to your place of death. Well, dude, you're fucking... Jiraiya doesn't understand. He doesn't get it. And you know what it's very reminiscent of? Think about it. If you're a Sosu no Frieren reader, or anime watcher to an extent, but think of the demons in Sosu no Frieren. That's what Jura is. And the Shinju are. They're like to an extent. They're like the demons in Sosu no Frieren. They have no emotions. They can't understand. They don't understand emotions at all. They are very intelligent, yes, but they don't understand emotions. Just like Drudge, they're trying. Oh god, they're trying to. Some of them don't give a fuck and they just want to eat humans, but others, a couple of them, are trying to figure out, like, what are emotions? What are they? Why do humans feel this? Why do humans feel certain ways? And they go about it like in the most the most fucked up ways, mind you, but still. But yeah, that's what Jura's kind of given me. God, this fight is looking a little bit better, but it's still a little stiff. Damn it, without planting my feet on solid ground, I can't use Uzuhiko. In that case... okay, this is going to be interesting. That's a precious object I borrowed from my master. Oh god, he got Sasuke's sword. If you do anything to it, you'll face a fate worse than death. Why'd you say that, you fucking retard? I see. So yet again, you shall come to suffer thanks to love. How about this? Simply tell me where your accomplice is, and this blade can retain its original form. Although, either way, I will still be killing you afterwards. You might be right about love being a flaw and a weakness of us humans, but, and this is my opinion, woo! That's precisely why you will never be more than just trees. Woo! God. Okay, I am very curious about something. Okay, I just wanted to make sure the trees part was right. Alright, it is. Okay, good. Ooh, a second. Yes! He got us a Hiko! The world seems to be spinning, right? Your sense of equilibrium is mucked. Oh my gosh. You won't be able to fly anymore. I bet even standing straight will be difficult. This power. I see. Dude, it didn't work! It seems to follow principles similar to my bijou bombs. Hence, I was able to nullify it. You know what? I'm not mad at that. I'm so fine with Jura able to nullify this. Because if Jura wasn't able to nullify it, I think I would have been kind of annoyed. Because remember, Jura is living up to the fucking... He has all this hype around him. So him living up to the hype by nullifying this, I'm so happy with that. Damn it. Uzuhiko doesn't work on him. Yes! His last chance to turn things around didn't work. A bleak future lies ahead for Boruto. Damn straight. I'm happy. For the most part, I'm happy with this chapter. I am. I really do like what we're getting with Jura. Jura is living up to the hype. He is. I'm so happy with Jura. He is living up to the fucking hype. Mine is the only thing, again, that I'm having an issue with, and this has just been a problem with Boruto overall, is just I really, really wish, especially here in this fight, I just really wish that Ikemoto would just capture the effortlessness and the fluidity that Kishimoto has in the Naruto fights. In Naruto, but I know it's a huge ask. I know it is. I just would like to have it. But what do you guys think about Momoshiki coming into play here? Part of me is thinking that we might... I really, really want to see Momoshiki come into play. I feel like at some point, it might be in this fight. I don't know if it'll be in this fight or not. But Boruto will have to tap into Momoshiki's power at some point. He will. And that's going to, in my opinion, that's going to be probably one of the most interesting things we get in Two Blue Vortex, is when Boruto has to tap into that power. And I wonder if we're going to see him talk to Momoshiki. We're going to have we're going to go into his subconscious and see him talk to Momoshiki. Are we going to see it next chapter? Maybe. I really hope, oh God, I'm very curious what you guys think about that. And what do you guys think about what Kashin Koji was saying about there's a future from this point where Boruto doesn't survive? I feel like one of those few, I feel like the only way that's possible, to kind of defy it, is if Kashin Koji if Momoshiki comes into play. Momoshiki's got to come into play at this point. There's no way he doesn't. Momoshiki has to come out. That's the only way I could see Boruto surviving. And if Momoshiki does, how much power, you gotta wonder how much power he has stored up. And if he does, if Momoshiki does come out, will it be enough to defeat Jura? I don't think it will. For now, I don't think it will. I think it will be enough to scare him and hold him off. But I don't think it will be enough just yet. I think if Boruto, it's going to be kind of like, you know what I think it will be like? It will be, and this is what I kind of hope that Ikemoto and Kishimoto are going to go for. I think it's going to be a parallel to what we saw with Himawari. Because remember, Himawari just tapped into, kind of like the tip of her power, Kurama's power. That's what I kind of want to see with Momoshiki. Is Boruto just tap into the tip of Momoshiki's power. But the difference and this is going to be the difference between Himawari and Boruto, is Boruto is doing it to make sure he doesn't lose himself to Momoshiki. He doesn't want to be He doesn't want to be completely taken over by Momoshiki. That's what I think the difference will be between those two. But yeah, I think that's what we're going to get. I think we're going to have a parallel to what we saw with Himawari. I think that's what we're going to get. I think we're going to see Momoshiki, and it's going to be a parallel to what we saw with Himawari. It's going to be just the tip of Momoshiki's power. And you know what? I think in the case of Momoshiki, though, because because this is a recent phenomenon, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think Momoshiki knows that much about the Shinju. So what this would be is like Shinju kind of Momoshiki kind of evaluating Jura's power just to get an idea. Unless he was, obviously he's probably observing. He's been observing, but this would give Momoshiki a better idea of how strong Jura is. I think that's going to be the case. I think that's going to be what happens. He's going to personally evaluate Jura to get a better idea of how strong he is. I think that's going to be it. Yeah. I think that's going to be the case. That would make the most sense to me. But yeah, that's what I think it is. And we're going to get a parallel to Himawari with Kurama when she, used Kurama's power, but with Boruto and Momoshiki. But the difference is Momoshiki is going to evaluate / survey / analyze Jura's power personally, and get an idea of how strong he is and where to go from here. I think that's going to be what the case is. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Boruto content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee, purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.